What's up, everyone? It's Jonathan here. Got some NASCAR news for next year. Excuse me. RFK makes an official announcement that Kroger to sponsor the organization across 3 cars. Yes, 3 cars. Brad Keselowski, Chris Buescher, and now Ryan Preece, who will be running the team in the number 60. Now, it says on here, it was no mention of the chart release, but it comes from actually Rick Ware Racing in a later post Bob Hockers posted. Now, no crew chief announcements at this time, but we'll figure that out probably by the end of December and January, closer to season time. But great to see that they're going to expand to 3 cars. It's been asked a lot, especially from Bob, if they're going to be a third 3-car team by next year. Everything just, I think, when he was talking to Bob a lot, and, he's like, I don't know. It's like, he really doesn't know, because it's not about the charter system or anything like that. Someone's really willing to give up their charter, which now, who knows how much that charter probably was worth. I'm assuming, since these guys already signed their contract, I'm pretty sure it was probably up to $30 to $40 million probably for that charter. But that being said, it's about the sponsor and what sponsors were willing to take that risk on. And I want to say this quickly, back in the day, sponsors, like when I talk back in the day, I'm talking like early 2000. Sponsors were begging to get into NASCAR because they knew that this was like a free advertising space, if you think about it. Going around track, there's always some kind of action you're going to see with your car. And now it's flipped. Now it's the teams begging for the sponsors, because the sponsors don't want to take a risk that they may not be seen and not going to get that publicity that they should. Also, how are they supposed to know that you're going to keep going and doing well? If you're going to finish 30th all the time, I don't want to take that risk and put the business money into your team if you're not going to perform well. So it is so hard now to get sponsors to stay, not just for a whole season, but for 2, 3, sometimes 4 years at a time. Most contracts for sponsorships and drivers are lasting, for the most part, maybe 3 years, sometimes maybe 4. It's because they just, whatever the sponsor agrees to for their contract is what the driver has to agree for their contract. Because really, without the sponsor, there's no driver. It's just, it goes hand in hand now, unfortunately. But I'm glad to see Ryan Preece still have a shot in the Cup Series. When he got I don't say he got thrown in, he was rightfully deserved to get into that Cup ride. But since then, Stewart-Haas was on the downtrend, so he came in at probably the worst possible time for Stewart-Haas, and I'm hoping that with Brad Keselowski and this organization finally starting to get their feet underneath them, winning races, being consistent, I'm hoping that one and a third car does not spread their people too thin to where they can't help the third car, right? Or that if they do help Ryan Preece, it doesn't affect Chris Buescher or Brad Keselowski either. But we'll see how it goes for next year. Cool to see Ryan Preece still in the Cup Series and see how well he can do in that number 60 next year. So let me know in the comments below what you think about this news. And if you want to get the latest in NASCAR news, consider subscribing to this channel. And if you did like this video, just hit that like button. It helps me out with YouTube and algorithms and all that stuff, all that good stuff. So thanks for watching, and hope to see you for the next one.